drinking it in.
Are we televised?
Mm-hmm.
Hell,
Indeed we are. I like the way you put that.
that's what she said.
Ah. Oh, God, you're a funny fella. You're a funny one.
Huh?
You're funny.
Who, me?
The track temperature's rising. It's now 135 Fahrenheit.
135 Fahrenheit. That's fucking hard, ain't it?
Real hard.
And it's actually kind of hot. Fogingham just started his stream too. One lap.
Pit lane speed limit is 55 miles per hour.
Speed limit, pit lane, 55.
Okay, Johnny, we've got 1 lap to get.
If I know any track, speed limit.
Johnny, we have 1 lap.
If I know any tracks, pit road speed limit is Dega. I'm glad. Sometimes I forget stuff I know. They got me 13th right now, which is actually really good.
Overall 54. Detail 36. Overall 41. Overall 40. Detail 35.
21st. That's Dega qualifying for you. I felt like I had a decent lap too. 50 whatever, 0.126.
Welcome, race fans. We have an exciting one tonight. We have an exciting
Malik-
three tonight. It's the triple
Malik
header with
Ray,
the R&R Super Series on
55,007, and I was
Fridays.
126.
First race of the night's going to be Talladega. Welcome, race in the trucks. It's going to be a 30-lapper, and it's going to be an exciting one tonight. Luke, how
Hey,
you
will
doing,
you do a
brother?
volume check on me real quick? I'm
Back,
getting
Kevin. How you
ready.
doing Fridays? First race, super excited for this one. I love the trucks and I love Talladega. I think it's going to be an exciting one. We do have some odd races though tonight. We have
I'm not doing that. Kevin, how you doing
North
tonight?
Wilkesboro with the wheel and tour mods. So I think that's going to be a super fun race as well. Don't know a damn thing about those cars, so gonna have some guys in here to talk it through. Speaking of having some guys in here, I'm gonna get a pre-race interview very shortly as the guys are walking around. Or pacing around here at Talladega. I'm gonna get a pre-race interview as soon as you get the grid over to me. I'll get started with that as well.
Coming your way
Alright
right
guys,
now.
we're gonna see how many make a lap,
And
and we'll get the
it's a
payout
28-car field here at sunny Talladega.
but they are $200.
Before I take the grid away, I'm gonna get this interview in here with,
It's YouTube and Discord.
and it's a 28-car field here at sunny Talladega. Before I take the grid away, I'm gonna get this interview in here with
That work?
one Wayne Isbell, who's gonna be
Baby?
starting P18.
Seconds.
I still
Let me
hear two
get
people
him on over
talking.
here.
There's two
How we
people
doing,
doing the
chat?
broadcast.
No, it's like
Everybody's
talking at the same time?
excited for the racing we have tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, Wayne, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
What's going on?
This is a rolling start.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, man. Super exciting stuff coming up. We got 30 laps of Talladega in the trucks. What do you got to do to prepare for this one?
Honestly, I'm a little bummed at the qualifying lap I had because I dropped one in practice. That was 54 seconds, so I was hoping to be on the pole. But this one's just gonna have to be learn from these guys, and then when the time's right, start making my moves and trust what my spotter's telling me when the time's right.
Hey, absolutely. And that's all you can do. You got some. Hoping we can see you up towards the front. Maybe talk to you after the race.
If I have to, it looks like there is going to have to be some pitch strategy, so might make an audible at some point. If there's a wreck early, maybe try to play a strategy game and either stay out or go in early when everyone else stays out. I don't know yet. It'll be something we'll figure out as the race goes on. At some point.
Hey, absolutely. We wish you the best of luck and go get it done out there.
Stay out or go in early when everyone else stays out. I don't know yet.
That was Wayne Isbell.
We'll figure out as the race goes on.
From Hot Shots, and he's out here in a 6 car. Go get it trying to get it done, but I'm going to go ahead and fire off this grid real quick as they're pacing around, Luke. How about on your pole tonight? None other than Malik Ray. That's not surprising at all. With Daniel Falkingham on his outside, they race together a lot. They're going to be competing together tonight on probably multiple races. None other than that's going to be an exciting matchup. Second row is going to be Casey Sprinkle and Alex Hill. Third row is going to be Nathan Harper and Cody Nagels. Fourth row is going to be Nick Seipel and Kenny Reel. Stephen Miles and Aubrey Thompson. Freddie Bassinez and Landon Velicki. Mark Vondell and Josh McCullough. Christian Martinez and Axel Smith. Danny Barnes and Wayne Isbell. Cameron Craighead and Chris Ramsey. Your 10th row is going to be John Darnell and Dylan Jones. Brian Hemmings and Sterling Tice. Chris Melton and Joey Allen. And rounding out your 28-car field is going to be James Craighead and Ambrose Knievel. Your 10th row is going to be John Darnell.
What a grid out here for the first race of the night, Kevin. You know I'm a big fan of these trucks. You know I'm a big fan of Talladega.
Chris Melton and Joey Allen. And rounding out your 28-car field. Super excited for this one, Luke. I mean, I think out of the 3 races, this is the one I have the most confidence in, being able to call. And it's the one I think I'd have the most confidence if I were to race in it. But pace cars coming in, I think we got some super exciting racing ahead of us, like we heard. There's going to be some pit strategy as well. Pace cars go across the tri-oval, gearing up in front of the Geico restart zone, and we are green for the first time of a long evening. Here, Luke, with Malik Ray on the inside, Daniel Falkingham on the outside. 30 laps of madness. Start things off for the night. Are green for the first time of a long
Off we go, Kevin. Getting this thing rolling. We got 30 short laps out here. They'll go quick, I promise, even though it's a big track. Not a very long race out here in Talladega retrospect. One big incident that really sets some these guys back in speed stage. Short laps out here. They'll go off to a promising start here. The outside line seems to have a good run going here. Not a very long race out here in Talladega retrospect.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we don't have a fast pair out here tonight on the evening, so, you know, any incidents could be detrimental to these drivers. Still 2 by 2 wide all the way through. Malik Ray and Daniel Faulkner side by side as the outside line seems to be getting some extra speed through the tri-oval. Not gonna clear them though, they're still very tight. With a big gap about 15 cars back, it seems. Side by side with the outside line.
Some struggles there off the restart. Off the start, sorry.
Big gap about 15 cars back, it seems.
Kind of jumps down single file, so they're going to be trying their best to catch up to these guys out here. But Alex Hill making his way to the lead on the outside line now. Malik Ray working behind Daniel Falkenham. He's not leading this race. But Alex Hill making his way to the lead on the outside line now. Malik Ray working behind Daniel Falkenham.
Yeah, and Alex Hill's made a good transfer here. Malik Ray found his way back, Daniel Falken finds his way inside my opponent. That's going to give Cody Mangles the pusher roll on that outside line. Malik Ray found his way back, Daniel Falken finds his way inside my opponent. That's going to give Cody Mangles the pusher roll on that outside line.
It's going loose on the inside there. I believe that's Casey Sprinkle. Still on the inside here.
And he's going to fall all the way back. He's going to stay clear and not cause any problems with it, but not a great start for his night.
Still on below the apron. Oh, we got wrecked into the back. That's between John Darnell. He's hard into the wall. It's still going on, Kevin, and that's our first caution of the afternoon.
Oh, man.
Oh, we got wrecked into the back. Multiple trucks in the grass. That's between John Darnell. He's hard into the wall. It's still going on, Kevin, and that's our John Darnell seemed to get the worst of it. Got multiple trucks in the grass. It's to our first caution of the afternoon tonight, Kevin. John Darnell seemed to get the worst of it. Go and watch the overhead here. That see what happens. It's to our first caution of the afternoon. Watching John Darnell.
Hey Josh, help my ass.
Go and watch the overhead here. That see what happens.
Like you got a fucking Pringles can up there.
Unfortunate for
Ryan
him.
Hennings that got up into it. Let's go back and
God
watch
damn,
it.
I thought I took that
That's
out.
one of you.
Looking fat and juicy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, not a great start for John
Like
Darnell.
that YouTube
Shout out to
channel.
him, JD39919 on YouTube. He's live, showing our perspective and his perspective. And, you know, not the way he wants to start his night, but the night is definitely young.
Yeah, that's gonna be on
our
74.
perspective and his perspective.
Go back and watch that. Maybe
You know, not the way he wants to start his night, but the night is definitely young. And Luke, I don't know if you have it on right now, but this is an open mic race.
Always exciting. On.
I don't know if you have it on right now. But you're gonna once again, you're gonna have to let me know if anything entertaining is said.
Of course. Always exciting. Seems a bit of a checkup on the outside. And on. Brian Hennings is, I guess, not ready for it.
Once again, you're gonna
Come
have to
on,
let me know if
bro.
anything
Darnell into
entertaining
the
is said.
number 7, I believe.
Fuck are
Seems
you
a bit of a
doing?
checkup on the outside.
It
Brian
looks
Hennings,
like
I guess, not
7
ready
Stephen
for it.
Miles, but I don't know
Come
if
on,
that's
bro.
Darnell into the number 7, I believe. Come on, bro.
Fuck are you doing?
Oh.
It looks like
Some
7
upset
Stephen Miles.
guys are already.
Come on, bro.
I just cannot imagine what we might have missed out here. Come on, bro.
Fuck are you
Is
doing?
radio turned on the overlay as well, so you can find out who.
Guys are already.
I was just calling
Should not
Tony,
imagine
bro.
what we might have missed out here.
Always,
Try to turn it a little bit
always good
earlier.
to see
I thought I
who's
was
getting
gonna-
angry out here.
Yeah, if it's on,
Find
it
out
should be
I'm
on.
turning my stall. I mean, just back off and learn how to
was
fit, I
just
guess.
calling Tony, bro. I was trying to turn it a
Always
little
good
bit
to see
earlier. I
who's
thought I was
getting
gonna
angry on here.
Yeah, if it's on, it should be on.
I'm turning my
I
stall. I
didn't
mean,
get it. Shouldn't have
back
done
off
it.
and learn how to fit, I guess.
I'm trying to turn it a little bit earlier. I thought I was-
Back off and learn how to pit.
I'm
I can get the damage. Sure enough, you guys can get either.
Yeah, look. Go ahead and restart that internet real quick.
Be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, look. Go ahead and restart that internet real quick.
Got it. Be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, guys. First place is going to get 250, second 125, third 90, fourth 75, fifth 50.
Race fans, we might be back. I might have to reconnect to the session. I will. We're almost back. We're almost back.
I think we're net coding.
I was wondering.
Down. Oh. No.
You guys gotta push. That's fine. Let's go.
They showing you on the bottom. Got hold it down there. Hey, Dougie, can you kick that 6 car for running my number and for being an idiot? That guy wouldn't make a good driver in freaking rookie too.
We are back, race fans. We are back, race fans. We're back. Sorry about the delay. We are back. We are back.
That guy wouldn't make a good driver. I swear I'm laughing. That's awful.
Hearing some choice words. Between.
Dude, I'm laughing.
Cody Nagels.
I swear I'm laughing.
Any particular reason?
Bro, you gotta run my numbers.
I'm wondering how to swell. We actually are under caution.
Yeah, I thought I'd go a mile away.
Second caution.
Yes, it's just reporting the first because it's the first one that I'm seeing.
I know. She ran you to the wall and literally bit me.
Yeah, I thought I'd go
We're
a mile away.
gonna ask Luke to let you go back and see what happened on caution.
I can check. Let's see.
Bro, can you check the replay? Ran you to the wall and literally bit me. Chuckle out of that.
Shows it might. Shows it might.
Yeah, I mean, at least if you're gonna do that, crash.
Bro, you can check the replay and you're gonna get a good chuckle out of that.
Yeah.
No.
Barely. Oh, barely. We get it right about here.
Well, I think that's the six car of John Isbell or Wayne Isbell.
Yep. He is in 27.
Yes. So. Unfortunate for him, but it's not looking like too many people have damage from there. Just from what I can see.
And it shows 22 to go right now. They're all making their way into the pits.
It's gotta love the absolute raping that fucking internet's taking.
Black clear.
Probably has something to do with the tornado watch that I'm seeing right now on my computer weather warning. But
Black clear.
sit here and just
Regardless.
back down the hatches.
Regardless, we only missed like two laps, and unfortunately, the second caution did fall under that, and everyone's gonna come in here and pit, refuel, and everything else. Looks like Malik Ray's gonna win the race off pits. Did Nathan Harper stay out, Luke?
Looks like it.
Nathan Harper opted to stay out
that
here.
was on Nick, though.
It's gonna be an interesting decision.
I'm just joking.
See how that one plays
on
out. Maybe he came in on the first caution. Can we get a read on when everyone's
that was
pit bulls?
that was on Nick, though. I'm just joking.
No, he isn't coming at all.
Wayne, we can't hear you.
Yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't take the push, and then when Malik got in front of the truck, I just couldn't control it.
Wayne, we can't hear you.
No, the truck was all over the place. Like whoever was pushing me up there in the front, like my back end just felt like it was off the ground.
Oh, I got. No, the truck.
No, the truck is all over the place. Like
whoever
I'm not
pushing me
trying to like
up there in the front, like my back end just felt
Be
like
sure that you
off
can
the
take
ground.
the push.
Nothing too interesting. They're just discussing the caution.
No, that's all good, man. I get it. This is my first fight with you guys, so it's alright.
If you're going to stay out, be sure that you can take a push.
Cool.
No,
No, that's all good, man.
I get it. This is my first fight with you guys, so it's
Hell
alright.
Oh, you gotta learn sometime, so just learn experience.
I can't take a push, so be ready.
Cody loves taking a push.
Hell yeah, bro.
Oh, yeah. You gotta learn sometime, so learn experience.
It was you that invented the push.
Cody loves taking a push. Grab his dick and twist it. Oh, yeah.
It was you that invented the push.
You can't really twist it if you only have to use one hand.
Grab his dick and twist it.
Tell us more about your experience.
Cody Nagels just singing,
You
grab
can't
his
really
dick and
twist
twist
it if you only
it.
have to use one hand.
Some interesting things being said under caution, it seems.
Tell us more about your experience.
Some interesting caution radios right now.
Cody, he's a cuddler.
Holy shit!
Yeah, no doubt, Luke, and
He was in my truck.
we're gonna be going green here with 19 to go, and Nathan Harper's gonna be on the command, but he hasn't been pit. So as far as the cycles go, Malik Ray won the race off pit road, followed by Alex Hill, Daniel Falkenham, Stephen Miles, and Freddie Bassinez.
Might have impregnated me.
Maybe. Maybe next cycle. Not exactly sure where he's supposed to be.
I think you just ate a lot of cookies.
Cruising around under the yellow. Yeah, it looks like he's falling back behind Bassinos.
Ambrose.
Tracy, you most excited about tonight, Luke?
So what all do we got? We got trucks at Talladega.
We got
How many drinks in are you right now?
Wheeling modifieds at
way too few.
at North Wilkesboro.
That's why I'm
we got Arca at Daytona.
How many drinks in are you right now? Good right now.
Really?
Big
Way
Arca
too
fan.
few. We're getting more cautions though. That's gonna change. Yeah, I'm
Which
good
ones?
right
We
now.
know which ones.
That means that's what I like to hear.
You know, I don't know.
It's the old Arca. It's the old Arca.
I mean,
Gen
it's
4,
not
Gen
Arca,
4s.
but it's gonna change.
Those
Yeah,
are
I'm
my
good
favorite.
right now.
Not the biggest fan of the. Not the biggest fan of the
don't
news.
believe it, man. That's
That's what I
fake
like to
news.
hear.
Don't believe that shit.
I'm gonna
As long as you ain't drunk right now, we're good to go.
Yeah, don't believe it, man. Ain't the fake news. Don't believe that shit.
I feel like we're saying. You know what?
Well, as long as you
Freddie
ain't
Bass.
drunk right now, we're good to go.
Famous last word.
Take this call. I'm working on a call.
Yeah, they're making their way through the trial when they're getting ready to get these start base cars in. Waving the flag, and waving the flag, and we are green out here once again at Talladega.
How you doing, buddy?
Nathan Harper with the jump on the inside. They're shuffling around early out there. A lot of the guys on the outside line.
How you doing, buddy?
So far, a lot of the issues have happened towards the back, so hoping these guys up towards the front can keep it together. And it's probably Gray and Danny Funky don't have to figure it out. They're clear by 2 on Nathan Harper. They're going to send him back really close.
Nathan Harper is really just kind of, I mean, I'm just assuming that he's just kind of hanging up there and he's trying to stay the pace with him after something happens. He can get another cycle. Maybe the longer he can stay up there with those guys up front, the better. He has the fuel. A little bit of bump going back, and we're seeing wrecking in the back, Kevin.
38's round.
Oh, we're still wrecking hard.
Oh, Darnell into the wall hard.
Fucking
Oh no. It looked like it started with a 38. I'm not positive.
Yeah, actually,
Who that is off
damage
my noggin, but maybe 48 even.
Yeah, actually, it seems to have a damage. I got a murder.
Split a gap, it looks like. That's Auburn Thompson.
Darnell, you
There's a red, there's a red car that got into it too, maybe 48.
Actually,
Yeah, 48 right there on the inside. Also took a hit
Darnell, you could.
on that one.
actually.
Yeah, 38 trying to split the gap there. Car of.
That's going to be on the 38.
We're helping out. Cameron Craighead. 48 at Cameron Craighead. Just nowhere to go. Not sure if there's damage or what's the deal with that one, but definitely not the position you want to be in here with what's probably about 15 laps to go.
Definitely not pacing around out here once again, Kevin. It's going to be 15 laps to go here when we actually go green.
Come around.
Nathan Harper's still out here. Let's see.
Thank you, by Josh. Thank you, by Josh.
He just said the Discord destroyed.
Come on, don't get caught up. Go around.
Come around.
We're going to need black. I got turn in. By Josh. Turn in.
Here they come. Yep, here they come.
Black flag clear.
Come on, don't get caught up. Go around.
Plenty of takers, and I think that's just going to about prove Nathan Harper's strategy of staying out last caution to be beneficial, as he's going to be able to come in third place.
He's sitting real He's sitting real pretty right now, Kevin. He's gonna have a fresh car out here. He's sitting really high in the position to get out here fast.
You might need to take more. You might need to take more fuel than some of these other guys, though. It's gonna be interesting. Doesn't look like it actually.
Third on the exit. Out they all go. Out they all go.
Yeah, and the poll I put up, Luke, is Freddie Bassin's top 7 finish, and he's currently sitting in that 7th spot with 16 to go. Everyone so far has the utmost confidence in him, with a 100% yes rate across 2 votes. But he's right on the edge there. Luke, what do you think? Top 7 finish for Freddie Bassin?
15 seconds.
He's a consistent driver out here. I feel like we talk about him a lot. He's usually one of the front runners, so I feel like we'll probably see him up there. 7, if not a top 7, if not a top 5.
Well, I got rammed with that damn Pringles can there.
Because there's a lot of consistent guys out here tonight that I would put in the top 7 usually, but he's got that clutch gene in him. I think he'll at least get the top 7 spot.
Yeah, Friday night. It ain't even 12 o'clock and I'm internally bleeding. This is fucked up.
Some of it's internal.
Big Bojangles guy?
Yeah, Friday night.
I've never had it, I'll be honest.
Really?
Yep, never had it.
Dude, they got these blueberry biscuits, like glazed.
I'm gonna mute you really quick for the stream real quick, but go ahead and tell me where's the closest one to us. You're muted. Is there really? Holy shit. Alright, you are unmuted. I'll be damned. I didn't know we had won that close. That's pretty interesting. I'll have to give it a shot sometime.
Is he a football player?
I'll get back to you on that.
Blueberry biscuits.
Berry biscuits.
Not sponsored by Ninth Gear or Freddie Bassin, but as far as Ninth Gear, always open to new opportunities.
Yeah, of course.
The black one and the white one.
Jangles, if you're watching. You're one of the 11 viewers. Please get us some equipment.
There's also
I don't know.
black one and the white one.
If everybody in the world was colorblind, racism wouldn't exist. I don't see color personally. If everybody in the world was colorblind, racism
Yeah, that doesn't find something much to be prejudiced about, I guess.
There's all kind of racism in the world.
Frank Head saying if everyone was alive, everyone in the world was colorblind.
Yeah, that doesn't find
Look
something much
after
to be
9/11.
prejudiced about, I guess.
Look at how Muslims.
Yeah, and I gotta, talk about his Ambrose Eagles comment. Which Josh Allen are you more a fan of?
This guy
Look at how
MVP quarterback, boyfriend of Haley Steinfeld, Josh Allen, or the black one?
This guy is hella spiritual.
I mean, it's tough. I don't know. You know, I'm not the most knowledgeable in football. I do like Josh Allen. Give me Josh Allen.
Josh Allen over Josh Allen?
Yeah, give me Josh Allen. Yeah, give me Josh Allen.
Okay.
Buffalo Josh Allen is what I'm intending there, but who would you take?
Well, Luke, I know as far as Madden goes, you like playing as those defensive ends, so I'm surprised you didn't say Jacksonville Josh Allen.
I never get him draft, and even if I did, I'm pretty sure he'd always want a contract out of there the next season, so likely not one of those players I can hold on to on my franchise team, but big reason I don't play those fucking games anymore.
Yeah, absolutely, but regardless, enough Josh Allen and Bojangles talk. They're coming around, and pace cars coming in. We're gonna be green with 14 to go here, just over halfway through this race, and it's gonna be the same front row. We saw a
Israel did 9/11.
Okay. Appreciate that, Jeff Hyland. We are green out here. 2x2 racing, Malik Ray on the inside.
Casey, your points is pretty, like you're stretching around the track a lot.
I'll drop in the back whenever I can.
56, I think. Casey, your points is pretty, like you're stretching around the track a lot. Sorry, I didn't know my bad. I'm dropping the bag.
I'm making a good run on the outside line here, though. 2x2.
Still damage.
Stephen Miles is looking to find his teammate up here, Lee Gray. So they can work together a little bit, but right now they're on opposite lines.
Are you damaged on there?
Separation going on.
Yeah, and it's about that same, sort of thing we saw with the restart, where a good portion of the back package is getting left to dry out there, but definitely not losing draft, I don't believe, so, not too concerning, but what is concerning is that front. Big checkups, and they're going to have to space out.
Now they're 3 wide.
3 wide, yeah.
Casey, go to the back.
Like Nick Seipel and
the still wrecking! Oh, 75!
They're trying to avoid it, and they are all just inching into the inside lines there. We're still green out here. Slinking going on too.
They hold it together. They're back single file now.
I'm probably scared shitless after what we just saw. I'm surprised that one wasn't a big record.
I have to.
When you get here, hit me.
Outside line really working. Malik Ray's out there. Stephen Miles, Alex Hill. A bit of a transfer, and the 50. I can't tell who that is. Just got super loose there. I think that was the Bojangles. I think that was Freddie.
Okay, you need to pull it down, bud.
Got sideways. Yeah, that was. That was Freddie Bassett getting a little sideways there. But he holds it together, and what a save. Ray and Daniel Falkingham still lead in this thing. Just as it started, but Stephen Miles pushing Malik Ray right now. They're making that inside line work. See Falkingham and those other guys on the outside line really trying to get close to the inside and try to make as much side draft work as they can. They got some cars clear on that inside line.
Wrecking.
Stephen Miles in the Black Rifle coffee truck. Big coffee drinker, Kevin?
No, I am not.
Oh, with the 77 sideways. He's in the fucking air.
Overhead.
Oh my god. Alex Hill just did a fucking flip, and he straightens it out.
There goes caution number 3, I think, on the night.
Are we letting the pace car by? I can't tell.
I had Casey right up my ass.
Never mind, don't even listen to me. I messed that up very badly.
Caution's out with 10 to go out here, and Alex Hill's night is probably done because there's not a chance in high hell he's going to damage from that one. Take a look at that one, Luke. Looking like he got stacked up with Vondell, is that?
So let's go and watch the
Sure.
Well, I suppose I'll go take my fast repair now.
Bit of a stack up in front of him, actually. Oh man, yeah, he gets tangled up with Vondell.
Well,
quite the
ride.
ride.
Take my fast repair now.
Pretty Bassinez. Wondering who said no in our draft.
You got it, Freddie. Use it as fuel, buddy. I predicted you top 5. I saw that save back there. You got this.
It's gonna be on 77.
It's pretty at 6th place right now.
Tell you what, Freddie. I'll make a little line for Freddie here. Freddie, if you make it in the top 5 of this race, I will go try Bojangles.
It's gonna be on 77.
Luke would probably do that anyways because he is big boned.
Kind of another Luke out here tonight, Kevin. I think, but either way. I believe it's gonna be Malik Ray leading this thing when we go green.
Yeah, and I don't think they're gonna need the pit again. They came in for fuel last time around, so staying out and keeping their positions. Malik Ray and Stephen Miles is gonna be your front row.
Falkingham and Nathan Harper not far behind him though. Falkingham was among the race leaders when we started this thing, if I'm not mistaken. He's always one of the front runners up there, so he's going to be one to watch out for as well. See Wayne Isbell making up some laps right now. Down 5 right now, so they need a lot more incidents to happen to have a shot in this thing. Now go and run me through what our next vehicles are out here tonight, Kevin.
Yeah, it's the Wayland Tour modified cars out here. I think we're gonna get Vickery in at the beginning of the next stream to try to explain to us a little bit how those things work.
Cindy, Wayland. I'm just more confused than hell. I'm not finding them.
It's because you don't know how to spell, Luke. Go ahead. Go ahead. Nope. Go ahead. And tell the stream how you're trying to spell these.
I literally just put in W-A-Y.
W-H-E.
To be fair, I've never heard of that track.
They're the things with the big old wheels on them.
Open.
Yeah, look. I sent you a picture of one.
Some Formula.
No, not like that.
Oh, I see it now. The NASCAR. There it is. Okay. All these things look like little bugs.
Yeah.
Look like cockroaches. Oh, I like it. These things will be fun. Not really upset that I purchased that one now, I'll be honest. These things do look like fun. Steven Miles here on the inside line of Malik Gray on the outside when we go green. Walkingham on the inside pushing Miles. Steven Miles and Harper on the outside pushing Malik Gray. Just blinking a little bit, I think. Yep. Blinking a little bit there, I think. We're starting to wind this thing down. I gotta ask. What do you got with this thing?
I mean, we haven't seen any, anything to give us the idea that Malik Ray's slowing up or anything. I mean, he's been up there all day. He's got his teammate up there on the front row with him now, but Daniel Falkingham's always up here running these, putting himself in the right position to win it.
Hell yeah. I told him I'd buy him a McDonald's.
Nathan Harper, Freddie Bassina's. It seems like everybody in that top 5, top 6 area is just, prone to winning. So I'm not gonna guess anybody. I'm just gonna sit here and see what happens.
Fair enough. And we're getting ready to go green out here. The pace car is making its way in. We go green out here once again.
Let me go.
Brady could buy like $1 million bucks with how much he's got.
Some of them all had freaking Pokemon cards. You could have bought a Happy Meal and had
We'll talk about Happy Meals right now. Off the restart. Discussing Happy Meals as we go green. Once again with 7 to go.
Malik Gray off to that outside line so he can hop in front of his teammate.
Back up high.
Yeah, it's every man for himself out here, and he thinks the high line's going to be fastest with Nathan Harper pushing him. So he goes back up top, and Steven Miles is going to make the transfer in front of him. So they've got the speed, they've got the numbers. It looks like they're going to have the momentum going across the backstretch with 7 to go here.
That's not going to leave the line to the inside available for Falcon. He's now going to start to shuffle his way up.
I want Chris Melton. I mean, he has made a run.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Oh! We're shuffling there. We're shuffling there. Bumping Stephen Miles. Bumping hard. 97 sideways. The pickle car. Oh, we're wrecking hard.
Holy fucking shit, everybody!
Oh
my god.
I was trying not to left hook you there. I was looking at the bottom. Those are fucking idiots, right?
I need a black clear for
Early race jitters, Luke.
You gotta wonder, Kevin, and that was a rough. That was a rough one.
Aubrey Thompson back involved in that one.
I need a black clear for
Yikes. Ooh. A lot of black clears for going
6 wide right there on that frame.
Yeah. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna watch the overlay here maybe and see if we can get some boosts.
Good job, boys.
See the contact right there.
Good job, boys. Good job, boys.
Malik Ray, trying to shuffle up to the outside. Harper giving him a bit of a bump. That squirrels him up to the third line, which keeps him. I think out of harm's reach of that wreck. Good save there. Good save there from. Oh, never mind.
That caution came out a little bit late.
Yeah, you do your own homework as to who's involved in that one because
there was just too many trucks to count there, to be honest with you.
And there's some hardware flying across the field.
Now I just wonder who all's gonna be staying out here. Who's gonna have what it takes to run the length of this race? Because we don't have faster cars doing it.
No, we do not. Not to my knowledge.
Now the question is, who's got the most damage? We can finish this thing in one piece. That was a lot of involvees in that one. I'm reading about half the field in the pits right now,
yeah,
Kevin.
That's gonna be on the one.
Val, T13 and on 23.
Yeah, that's gonna be on the one. He'll get the EOL.
Sounds like Malik Ray is gonna get a yellow. Bolt is gonna go on Malik Ray for that one.
He's getting an EOL out here.
I believe so.
Devastating for him. Go back and take a look at where that one started. One last time if we could. After hearing the call on it. Maybe even his overhead or something. Just
it almost looked like a bit of a bump in the exit kind. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. Just an awkward push between him and Stephen Miles. But
either way, you've seen quite a few cautions out here, Kevin. Do you think it's first race jitters?
No. I hope so. Payson ain't racing, but at the same time, I mean, big wrecks. I like the big wrecks, so it's just maybe this is just how the night's gonna be.
You never know, but only time will tell. They're gonna be going too wide out here. This time past.
Christian, that was me coming up to avoid the wreck. I mean, we just doored. I don't know how it turned you sideways though. Christian, that was me coming up to avoid the wreck. I mean, we just doored. I don't know how it turned you sideways though.
Chris Melton, no. I mean, he's made a good run through this race, Luke. Starting on that front row now. It's not something we've talked about too much tonight, but I mean, we might have missed one here because he's made it up from 25th place.
He's gonna have a shot out here. It's gonna be 3 to go and we go green. What's going on, on Stroop.
What's up, brother?
He's gonna be calling Melton. He's giving Melton a call here. He is picking.
Yeah, it seems like Melton's moved in the right direction all day. Every single incident he's gained positions through.
Unfortunate one, I was hoping, but it seems like I won't be trying Bojangles anytime soon. Freddie Baston is back to 16th place.
Alright,
Hey,
hang on to it now.
knows. We'll see what he can do. If he can get in that top five, I'll give it a shot.
Alright, you better hang on to it now.
Joshua McCullough going to be behind Chris Melton there on the outside. Falkenham, Harper on the inside. Well, Cameron, it'll be a little while. We got a triple header out here tonight, but we're sure to make our way over there since we're out of here this evening. These cars making its way in, and we're going green out here. Maybe for the last time of this night, Kevin, last time of this race. Free to go here when we cross this start finish. These cars.
McCullough also sitting pretty. He's up in the top box spot as of right now. We're going across the Geico restart zone. Flag man showing green, and we are racing out here with 3 to go.
3 races in a row out here tonight. Right after this race, we have
You got right in front.
Wayland, some bullshit. Tormont. North Wilkesboro. We're 3 to go out here. And looks like Daniel Falk is going to hold that inside. Has a huge shot led by Chris Melton. Who else on the outside now? Josh McCullough's getting some pushes. Casey Sprinkle found his way back towards the front. After having to drop back earlier in this race.
down the inside.
Down.
We got this race, we got the bullshit at Wilkesboro, and then we got Arca at Daytona.
Or some blinking by Sprinkle. Third line, here it comes.
There we go, it's forming late.
A little fake out by a couple of them.
2 laps to go, Kevin. It's got to happen now if they're going to start making it work. We're seeing a little bit of 4 wide going on there. We're seeing contact.
Sprinkle was damn near sideways, somehow recovers it. He's losing positions though. We're splitting him up.
4 wide still.
Oh, the 04 car dropped behind yellow. Now Melton's left to die on the inside. Here comes Falkingham and Harper. And Sterling Tice.
Joshua McCullough leading that outside line. Cameron, I couldn't tell you. We'll see it next race. White flag this time by. Will we see it? 3 wide. Turn it sideways. Falkingham loose. White flag's in the air.
He does.
Oh my God, we're wrecking hard. Still green. Holy shit.
There's some leaders.
Casey Sprinkle bugging all over the fucking place. They're 4 wide. Ignore the unofficial results. They're still racing. Hard into the wall. They're still bumping around. Holy shit. Alex Hill.
He sees the light. Nathan Harper. He wants to steal one. Axel Smith.
He makes a move. He blocks. Alex Hill trying to defend the lead.
Side as best he can is Harper. Here comes Smith trying to make a move.
He can't do it. That blocks from Alex Hill.
He'll let nobody by. He's gonna win here at Talladega.
Holy shit. What a last lap out here.
Good lord.
And what a last lap win for Alex Hill, Kevin. And like you always say, Kevin, it's not about who leads the most laps, it's about who leads the last laps. And That's exactly what I'm going to say right there to Corey. Right, R&R racing with the same people up front goes to show. Not always about who leads the most laps, but who leads the last lap. Alex Hill gets it done.
And I owe Alex Hill apology. He was upside down throughout this race, and I said his night's over. That's the words I used, and God damn it, I was wrong. His night was far from over.
What a win for him. Alex, or was it Axel Smith getting second, I believe. They're waiting for the unofficial to roll through. Alex for the hot entrance across the checker there.
Yeah, and these guys that we saw in our top 3 going green on our last restart, our 3-lap restart, they were running 10th, 14th, and 16th place, Luke.
Jeez, and what a wild finish out here, and a great win for Alex Hill.
I'll be back over in the 9th Gear Live channel.
Sounds good. I'll meet you there.
Alright guys, we're going to review some things after third race tonight, but the second race is getting ready to pop in the league right now. If you're not in the league and want to race tonight,
what a crazy race to start the night off. I'm sure some of these guys don't want that to set the tone of the evening, but I'm sure some of them do. Is anything crazy being said by these drivers, Luke?
I heard a bit, but I really couldn't hear much over us yelling, I'll be honest.
Hey, that's fair.
We were going wild on the last lap. That was a wild one. I imagine we're not going to do any interviews here after this one. Probably going to save it for the end. Are we save it for the end, or are we going to do each individual one after the race? Sounds like they're going to get this lobby rolling.
Let's try to get some top 3 interviews in here. I want to talk to some of these guys. I mean, we got plenty of time. We're not going green for another 30 minutes on the next race.
They didn't look that bad. I don't know why.
They're trying to open up the lobby now.
Yeah, I went back and watched it. I was like, how did that?
What a race!
I wasn't mad about it.
That was a wild one. I want to go back and watch that.
Mind blowing at that.
Yes, please. I mean, just. What happened to Sprinkle there? That's where it all starts. I feel like.
Seems to maybe have worse than that than maybe. I don't know.
I've never seen such a thing on iracing.
I didn't even know you were up there.
I saw him inside of a couple cars or a couple trucks.
He goes third line here. Alex Smith picks that up as well. Or Alex Hill, my apologies. It all starts right here.
Walkingham gets loose, holds it.
Tries to save it.
Oh. I think Aubrey Thompson. I think that was Aubrey Thompson. That got a bit squirrely there on the outside line. Melton trying to squeeze there. Maybe, I don't know. It's tough to say.
Before we get these interviews in, can you make sure that there's no fast repair?
Nope.
Some of these guys just.
That's insane.
They got the team.
I mean, Alex Hill did a full flip in this race.
Let's talk to him.
Still managed to get a win. Yeah, bring him in here, please.
Hey, Alex, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
First and foremost, I owe you an apology. I said when you were upside down that your night was probably over, and by God, I was wrong. You have to talk us through that final 3-lap stretch. First off, and just tell us what you saw, because that was a 10-position transfer to get the checkered flag.
Yeah, man. I was just taking the run wherever it went, man. Wherever it went. I was trying to get up to the third. And I think that's what helped me out. That's what eventually got me to the lead. I took the run with the third, and I cleared all the lanes. They were like 5 wide in the trial, and then they started wrecking. And man, that was like the best sight to see. And then on the back, I just had to block for all I could. I know the guys out back didn't lift, so I don't know how they're gonna take that. Them guys weren't lifting, and it was a clean block. I was clear. And I was just blocking all the way to the end there, doing my best.
Yeah, absolutely. Hold him off as best as you can. You gotta wonder. A, will you be running the next 2 races of the triple header tonight? And B, do you think this will set the tone for the evening? A lot of loose racing out here tonight.
Yeah, I think with the added payouts that James has been throwing on, it provides for great racing, great and aggressive racing. And I won't be in the next race, but I will be in the 3rd race. So hopefully we can get that 2nd win.
Oh yeah, we look forward. You got the momentum. You got the momentum now, and we hope we can talk to you again at the end of the evening. Anyone like to shout out before we get you out of here?
Yes, sir. Thank you, everybody over at Nightmare Esports, and big shout out to James for putting this thing on, and thank you guys for broadcasting this thing, man. I love watching the broadcast, looking back at it.
Hey, we appreciate it. Congratulations tonight.
Thank you, sir.
That was Alex Hill. Getting it done. In a chaotic fashion. Let's get our second place finisher in here. Very shortly. Pulling that up now. It's going to be Axel Smith. He is in there waiting. Get him over here.
Trying so hard.
Hey, Axel, guys. Hey, Axel, guys in the booth. You got a copy? Hello?
Hello?
Hey man, what's up? You got a copy?
Yeah, here.
Hey man, how about that last restart, last 3 laps? We saw from you guys. You were starting 15th off the restart, and I'd imagine you did the same thing Alex did and just took the runs where they were, and prayed to God you didn't get caught up in that. You want to talk us through how that one went?
Yeah, that was an amazing race. I'm gonna be honest, like even knowing I wasn't like running in the front the whole time, that was one of my best races. I gained so many positions like off every restart, and it was just a solid race. Yeah, at the end there, I kind of trying to avoid all the wrecks. It was a lot of contact between a ton of people. A lot of fatalities happened. Definitely. I avoided all the crashes, and miraculously, I don't know how I didn't get in that final crash at the end. I was completely sideways. I saved it. And even before that, on the coming to the white flag, I think I avoided that crash. I just prayed that I had room to go up to the top, because I was all the way down below the apron, and there was like no room. And then after I got back up, I saw that they were 5 wide ahead, and it was like insane racing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I gotta ask, I mean, we saw some crazy blocks being thrown there across the front stretch for the last time by Alex. Do you think there was anything you could have done to maybe try to make a run on him there at the end, or was second the best we were getting out of that one?
To be honest, the wreck that I was in before, where I actually got like damage and had to go to the pits, it didn't repair all of my damage, and I had left and right side damage, which definitely limited like me getting a run. But still, I think I was probably would have still gotten second. I was still getting. He was still getting a little bit of air draft, so he was probably gonna stay ahead. But if I got like right beside him, that probably was my race to win. But it was just he was doing good blocking, so I gotta give it to him. What's crazy is me and him were also doing racing with each other in practice, and we were like blocking the crap out of each other with nobody else around, and it was crazy. It equivalated to the end of the race.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys had a strong battle there. And it was super entertaining, especially those last closing laps there. We hope to see you again in these next 2 races. Maybe talk to you again if the momentum can carry. But congratulations on second place out here, getting some extra cash going into the weekend.
Thank you.
Anyone like to shout out before we get you out of here?
I gotta thank my parents. They got me iracing. Thank you guys for broadcasting this. Thank you, James, for making R&R. This is great. This is always super fun, and especially when I'm up front like that. And yeah, it was a great race. You won't see me in the second race, but I'll be in the third one. I'll be in the third one for sure.
Absolutely, and we look forward to it. Congratulations, Axel.
Thank you.
That was Axel Smith getting it done out here and getting a second place finish after what was a chaotic race for a lot of the guys. But one man's misfortune is another man's fortune, I suppose, Luke.
It was definitely a wild one, Kevin. That was a very, very exciting first race.
I think that's gonna about close it out for our first race. We're gonna take a 20-minute breather here. Piss, get a drink, just the essentials, then we're going to be right back live on a track that you're probably going to have to download, Luke. North Wilkesboro in the Wheeling Tour mods.
If I don't have to install it over the track, I definitely will for the cars, so.
Yeah, and we're gonna get Tyler Vickery in here on the second broadcast to just talk us through the basics of this one. I think he's gonna be running the race, and he says he has some experience with him, so anything would be appreciated. Whatever experience he has, Lord knows it's more than we have, Luke. So we're gonna try to learn as we go with these vehicles, and I know North Wilkesboro is always a fun track, so we'll be back if you wanna close this on out.
And I'll say most of it for later. We'll see you guys all in the next one.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now, and the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's interesting how easy it is to get captured by some types of historical stories. Now, clearly this is a boat I find myself in often by the sheer nature of the content I make for this channel. Today's topic is an engine, and one that has such unique backstory, approach, and future, yes, I said future, that I just had to share it. A bold experiment cut down by a rulemaker's pen, which was then hurried into service, failed in ignominy. This hairy-chested beast of an experimental engine, once thought lost to time, is actually being brought back to life with modern technology. And by the time we're done here, I'm going to tell you by who, how, and where to follow that process. But first, we need to dive into the short and fascinating history of the Ford Calliope V8 and the Le Mans engine that never was. Ford's total performance era was unprecedented for its time, unmatched until today, and will never be replicated again. It was an approach to racing as a condition of war. Global in its scope, relentless in its pursuit, and singular in its goals, the whole program was designed not to just place Ford cars in every form of racing known to man. It was to place them there to win, and win big. Stock cars, drag racing, endurance racing, rally racing, hill climbs, Indianapolis, Formula One. The list doesn't stop. The Blue Oval was never mightier nor more adventurous on the world's race courses as it was during Total Performance. Of course, the most celebrated of these efforts, which has been memorialized on stage and screen, is the company's full-court press to beat Ferrari at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. This was, of course, and is the world's marquee sports car racing event, and I certainly don't need to retell the story here about how Henry Ford II wrote a blank check to a congregation of the world's best automotive engineers to build the world's best endurance sports racing car, and by God, they did it. Well, not without its missteps, bumps, and challenges, the GT40 effort paid off in 1966 with the iconic victory that the company scored. They did it again in 1967, this despite Ferrari and their parent company Fiat also piling money into a myriad of crash developmental programs to fight Ford to the doom in France. That season, the Ferrari team slapped the GT40 squad all over the place at the 24 Hours of Daytona, forcing Ford back into their proverbial engineering labs to improve the stuff that they had for the looming challenge ahead. As things turned out, the big V12 Ferraris would not have anything for the anvil-like reliability and thumping power of the 427 FE Ford engines in the GT40s for a second year in a row. But as I mentioned, this was war. And in war, you don't simply try to predict your opponent's next move, you try to look 2 moves ahead, and that's exactly what Ford engineers had already started doing in 1967. Improving the chassis, aerodynamics, and refinement of the GT40 among other elements for the 1967 seasons before Le Mans, they had also decided to refine the machine's power. The 427 and the effectively brand new version of the car was good, but it was at the end of its engineering rope, or so it was believed. The replacement? No, it wasn't going to be a 428 Cobra jet. It was going to be something clean sheet. An engine weaponized from the first pen stroke of its creation to make more power than anyone else, be more reliable than anything else, and of course, keep the GT40 streak of global supremacy not just at Le Mans intact, but everywhere else as well. Taking years of knowledge and building small and big block engines in competition, as well as understanding the engines their rivals were using, unleashed engineers came up with a piece using no factory parts in a layout no Ford engine had ever used before, and it was internally called the Calliope. Yes, it was named after a steam-powered musical instrument developed in the 1800s, and there was a good reason for that, and I'll explain it to you in just a moment. Ford engineers wanted an engine that would be reliable, producing more than 600 horsepower, 650 being more than ideal, and could be packaged into the GT40J car that had been developed in the 1967 timeframe. To achieve these goals, they took a creative and kind of bizarre route. This engine has 2 camshafts. Not weird. They were stacked in the center of the block. Weird. This engine was using individual runner fuel injection. Not weird. The runners were cast into the cylinder head. Weird. It was to be a multi-valve per cylinder engine. Not weird. There were 3 valves per cylinder. For 1967,
when you think of hot, you might think about the tragic time you ate too much wasabi. Or about getting into your car on a summer day when it feels more like stepping into a sauna. But heat can work in your favor, like during Verizon Red Hot Deal Days. Get hundreds of hot deals on all your favorites, like iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence, Apple Watch Series 10, and iPad, on any plan. Only until May 28th for new and existing customers. Offer available on My Plan. Only at Verizon.
weird. The engine used copper rings around the cylinders to seal them. Not weird. But this was the only sealing, as there were no head gaskets. Weird. And the list can go on. I mean, the list will go on. But we need to take a second and really look at the elements of what made this engine, the Calliope, so unique. Yes, we're talking 427 cubic inches of V8 with 3 valves per cylinder, a dry deck, meaning water didn't pass freely between the block and the heads, integral cast fuel-injected runners into the intake manifold, hence the Calliope name, 2 camshafts stacked up in the center of the block, and the whole thing was made of aluminum. What in the world were these guys thinking? You know, if there's one thing that this engine shares with what were to be the new 385 series Ford big blocks set to debut in 1968, it was the bore spacing of 4.9 inches. Bore spacing, of course, refers to the distance from the center of one cylinder bore to the center of the next. Other than the bore spacing, of course, and that is just a physical measurement, not another blessed thing on this power plant has anything to do with the 385 series big block. Okay, so we start with a cast aluminum block with the mentioned 4.9 inches of bore spacing. Did the engineers decide to use the 4.23-inch bore and 3.7-inch stroke to make a 427 as they did in the FE engines? No, they did not. Instead, the Calliope would have a larger 4.34-inch bore and a shorter 3.6-inch stroke. The block used steel cylinder liners. The crankshaft had 3-inch main journals, 2.5-inch rod journals. The oiling system was dry sump, which also doubled as its own vacuum pump because it used a scavenge pump capable of moving 50 gallons per minute, which was run with a roller chain off the front of the crank, and it was paired with a shaft-driven pressure pump that could move 20 gallons of oil per minute. This entire setup, the way it was designed, would help create negative pan pressure at the bottom of the engine. Now, for packaging reasons and to keep the overall length down, 2 short water pumps were used on the front of the engine rather than one large pump. The 2 smaller pumps kept the overall length down, and it is kind of a weird-seeming throwback to the flathead days to see those 2 water pumps on the front of the block. The cylinder heads were pretty amazing pieces for their day and even really into today's world. Cast of aluminum, they had short individual stack-style runners actually cast into the heads. This meant no intake manifold was needed, and it optimized the runner design to the intake valve. The head used a 1.665-inch intake valve, 2 of them per cylinder, and a single 1.809-inch exhaust valve. The concept here, of course, is the fact that the cooler, denser air coming in from the atmosphere could more easily cram itself into a cylinder through 2 smaller valves, creating a larger overall area rather than a single large valve. The valves were canted and the combustion chamber was a pent roof design, much like the modern Gen 3 Hemi. You heard me. I said what I said. And there was a centrally located spark plug in each cylinder. Now, different fuel injection companies have been named on this engine. They tried Hillborn, they used Lucas, and there was even a third named company called the Taclomet Jackson fuel injection unit that was mentioned over the course of time, although I've never seen photos of that on the car. The bottom line is that this was going to be a mechanical, low-pressure, fuel-injected fed engine. You pick your brand. Of course, the stars of this show are the camshafts. Stacked vertically in the block, it's among the weirder things you'll ever see. The camshaft for the intake valve is the lower one, sitting 6 inches above the center line of the crank. The push rods run parallel to the cylinder bores in this layout, and a set of long push rods handles moving conventional shaft-mounted rocker arms which actuated the valves. Now 4.5 inches above the center line of the intake camshaft lives the exhaust camshaft. The push rods for this sucker are effectively horizontal to the exhaust rockers, and long, large tube push rods are moving the exhaust rockers on that horizontal path. Both of the camshafts are driven by sprocket and timing chain method. In all of my poking, prodding, and digging around, I could not locate the cam specs for the exhaust or intake sticks, but I know they're out there somewhere, and certainly somebody who watches this may actually have access to them. One of the other interesting things I mentioned about this engine is the fact it didn't use traditional head gaskets. Instead, copper